Well, good afternoon and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids. Now the plants that I'm showing you here are the 4 that was handed to me by Sheila in mid-April, and I did a video on them on the 18th of April to show you what they was like. And on that video a few of my subscribers asked if I could show them again just to see if they were making any progress. Well, that's what I'm going to do today, but if you go back to April the 18th and have a look at them then, I'll show you what they are like now. Well, this was the worst of them when I got to have a look at them, and there's a lot of bad roots on and a lot of bad leaves, so I've had to chop them all off, and I can't expect them all to grow in 2 months, but it is making a little bit of progress. As you can see, I've had to cut a load of leaves off, and there's a new growth starting there, and looks like there's a spike coming up there. So that's not doing too bad. I'll have to keep an eye on that leaf there to make sure that doesn't get any worse. Looks like there's a little bit of fungus there, so I'll give it a spray. And that's just the one of them. In fact, I've just repotted this one and I haven't watered it. I've just repotted it to have a look at the roots, and there's a few more dead roots on which I've taken off, and I've put it into the new bark that I've got. I don't know whether to do the others or not, but I'll have a look at them and see. I think the other bark that I didn't like was getting far too small and too more compact and a bit sludgy, if you know what I mean. So I might have a look at them all and repot them. I think that might be a good idea. Now I think the second one was this Phalaenopsis Ting Shin Fly Eagle 160, and that had this funny coloured leaf on it. It's still there, hasn't got any worse. That's the other leaf that it had on it, which is fine, and there's a new leaf growing up there. We can see it there, a nice shiny new green leaf. And the beauty about this is it's got some nice roots coming out now. It's got a new spike coming on there, and we've got a flower. There we are. So that one's doing very, very nicely. Now again, looks like it's over potted a little bit, and inside it'll be nice and mushy. So yeah, I might do all 4 of them. Now this was the smallest of them, and it only had 1 leaf on, but I'm pleased to say now it's coming up with another leaf there. It had the remnants of a spike on it that I haven't taken off, but it hasn't really done anything. Oops, there we are. It's just as it was a couple of months ago. But the good thing is that it's growing a new leaf there, and it looks like it's going to make it. And the other one was this Sheilas that only had 2 leaves on it, but in 2 months we've got a nice new leaf come up there, and I don't think there's anything underneath. No, there's nothing happening underneath there, so the only thing we've got to report on that one is a new leaf, which is a very good sign. So I'll just take them out and we'll have a look at them and get rid of this compost they're in now, because it's horrible, and put some new stuff in, and then get them all re-watered again. Well, we'll take this Sheilas out first. It's Phalaenopsis Sheilas pink butterfly. So let's have a look at this. I think that mushy bark here is keeping them far too wet. So yeah, it is, as you can tell by the roots. Yeah, there is new growth on the roots here, which is a good sign, as you can see. You'll probably see better when I get the camera. There you can see some new root growth there, which is a very good sign, and I don't think there's any dead roots on it. In fact, we'll have a good feel. Whoops. That was the one I was worried about. No, there are no dead roots on that one. But you can tell there's a mushy mess in there. So we'll get that one repotted up into the good stuff. Take this sun dragon out of its pot. This looks far too wet again. That's no new root growth, they're just as they were before. But it's got that new leaf coming on there, so it's not doing too badly. So we'll sort out all this and we'll save some of that perlite, and then we'll get them all repotted. Well, that's the new bark I'm going to use to repot these 4 plants up, and there's plenty of perlite in there, and it's a much better bark than what they've been in before, so that should be fine. So I'm going to repot the small one up first, I think. Yep, and then we'll see how it goes. I'm using the same pot for this one, and we'll just drop it in there, see if it fits. I've got a bit of polystyrene in the bottom. Excuse me hands, you'll not be able to see the plant for that, will you? So I'll turn it round that way, that might make a difference. And then we'll just load it up. Whoops. Bit of wood dirt. Yeah, they don't need much, these, and that will do for that one. Put the label back in and we'll have a look at the next one. 1, 2, 3. Well, this is the same pot the Sheilas came out of, so we'll put it back in there. There's no need to sterilise it because I know these plants are very clean. So just a bit of polystyrene at the bottom again. Oh, my hands are getting in the way again. Anyhow, they'll just have to do for this one. There's one thing about these Phalaenopsis you can do, I don't know whether you know about it or not, but to get better plants and more and bigger flowers, then you need to feed them on nitrogen. They love nitrogen. Right. That's the Sheilas. Well, this is the one with the flower on that I didn't show you taking it out of its pot because I haven't done it yet. I've forgotten all about it. But we'll just remove that stake that's holding the flower upright. As you know, if you just leave them, they'll grow horizontally. This one's doing okay, but I still want it in that new bark. A lot of you are probably saying, well, why is he repotting it now because it's flowering and everything? Won't make any difference to the Phalaenopsis, and I've told you why I'm repotting it, just to change the bark. let's have a look at these roots. Well, they're fine. So we'll take as much of the old bark off as we can and pot it up into the new stuff. Before, I'm using the same pot with a little bit of polystyrene in. There's no danger of any contamination of anything. So let's get this one potted up. I'll pot it up in exactly the same position it was when it came out, I think. There's absolutely nothing to potting these up. As you know, they need plenty of air to the roots. They need to virtually dry out before you water them again. And try out the nitrogen for good growth and good flowers. Well, I'll put the stake back in, I think, because it looked quite nice with the plant sticking up in the air. Oh, we've got a bent one. That's better. Oops. Yep, that will hold that nicely. Well, they're all the four. We've had a good look at them. There's improvement from over the last 2 months, as you can see, and that was the bonus, wasn't it? Getting the little flower on it. So thanks very much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.